After the first Tournament of Power, Goku promised both Zenos that he would see them again one day. Knowing that another Tournament of Power is in the near future, all warriors return to the rightful universes fired up more than ever to reach a new level of power. There's scores to be settled, new fighters to arise that we have never seen before, and potentially even bigger stakes in the previous Tournament of Power. Just what will happen in the next Tournament of Power? And will Universe 7 come out on top, or will another universe be the victor? Before we get into today's video, if you like what you see in this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. I talk about animes, movies, games, I play games, I do motivational videos, and a whole lot more stuff's coming to the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, you know, hey, show your boy some love. Hit that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? In this video, I'm going to discuss Universe 7's roster consisting of 10 people, since that's the roster from the last tournament, but it could be more considering that they could have more universes participate this time, mainly the 4 that weren't in the last tournament, which I'm also going to be discussing in this video too, and briefly discussing characters from other universes as well. If you haven't read the manga or watched the show, spoilers ahead, you have been warned. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get Goku and Vegeta out of the way now, because what can be really said about these two at this point? They're both incredibly powerful. They're the strongest Saiyans in existence. On top of that, they're stronger than most deities now. Goku has Ultra Instinct and Vegeta has Ultra Ego. And they're both aces to Universe 7. Definitely two must-haves on the team if they have any chance of winning the Tournament of Power. Now, speaking of the strongest Saiyans in existence, Broly definitely falls into that category. Broly's ability to adapt and improve and overcome obstacles in battle far exceeds Goku and Vegeta's. Broly is so powerful that Goku and Vegeta had to fuse and go Blue Gogeta in order to defeat this man. And on top of that, he has so much potential. There's so many routes of power that he can take. He might be able to unlock his power like Kale did in the Tournament of Power. Goku and Vegeta are training him in a new movie, so that's possible. He can learn how to go into Super Saiyan 3, or hell, imagine how strong this man would be if he mastered God Ki. This man is definitely a problem and a definite must-have on this team if they have any chance of winning. Also, Broly versus Jiren. Come on, give us this fight, bro. We've been waiting for this for the longest. There's been too many fan mangas on this. Come on, bro. Just give us this fight, bro. Please, come on.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please! God damn it!
Now, with that being said, spot number 3 goes to Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan of Universe 7. Now, this leads us into our last Saiyan of Universe 7, and that is going to be Gohan. Now, we all know how much latent potential that Gohan has, even since he was a kid. Gohan is fairly strong by the end of Dragon Ball Super. In just a couple of days of training with Piccolo, he was able to hold his own against Super Saiyan Blue Goku and exchange blows with him. And on top of that, he was able to keep up with Blue Goku and Vegeta in the Tournament of Power. And even though it was fake, he was actually holding his own and fighting against Golden Frieza. He fought off 2 Super Namekians that had absorbed over hundreds of other Namekians, and Lord Beerus even respected this man's power. If he kept training consistently for years, he would have surpassed Goku and Vegeta a long time ago. Even now, he probably has enough potential to surpass Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, especially if he learns how to tap into his anger. Because when Gohan gets mad, he gets incredibly strong, and maybe in this new movie, Gohan's gonna get angry and maybe unlock a new form of power. Now, there may have been a bit of foreshadowing to this new form of his when Goku and Gohan had this dialogue when they sparred against each other before the first Tournament of Power.
Nice, but don't you still have to go Super Saiyan?
No. I have a new goal now. An ultimate form that no Saiyan has achieved before. And I'm gonna pursue this form by going down a different path.
With this new Dragon Ball Super movie centering around Gohan, I believe he will get the power up that he rightfully deserves, making him one of the strongest fighters in Universe 7, earning Son Gohan the number 4 spot for Universe 7's team. Alright guys, so it's the next day, and I'm editing this video, and what do you know? Toriyama comes out with an article that talks about Gohan, that says Gohan has always been the strongest. In order to save his daughter in this new movie, Gohan unleashes his ultimate potential and becomes the strongest warrior. Yes, stronger than Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. Of course, they might surpass him in the next arc, but still, what more proof do you guys need? This just shows that Gohan is the truth, man. Alright, now back to the video. Now that we're off the topic of Gohan, let's get into our next fighter on this roster, Gohan's real father. No, not Goku.
Wait! My other son! Now I get it!
But the strongest Namekian of Universe 7, the Green Man himself, Piccolo. Piccolo been heavily disrespected throughout the entire series after, like, the Cell Saga pretty much. But in this new movie, Piccolo is getting a new form. I did do a video on that, you know, go ahead and check it out, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Piccolo is getting a new form in this movie, which could bring him on the level of maybe Super Saiyan God or Blue, and he's also teaming up with Ultimate Gohan in this movie, and it's centered around them since they're rescuing Pan. So with this new form, I'm thinking Piccolo could be able to hold his own for once and be useful and not get bodied immediately in the tournament. On top of that, Gohan and Piccolo are very formidable together as a tag team duo, so they're a huge problem if they work together. their combo attacks and synchronization is actually A1. So I think Piccolo is going to have a really good standing in this tournament of power. Definitely not going toe to toe with people like Toppo or Jiren or anything like that, but I think he's going to actually have a huge role in this tournament, and this form is actually going to get him to that level where he needs to be to actually be relevant again in the series. So with that, I think Piccolo deserves his rightful spot on Universe 7 as number 5 on this list. Now this brings us into Piccolo's former rival, the last winner of the Tournament of Power, the MVP himself, Android 17. Now in terms of power, 17 is close, if not on par with Super Saiyan Blue. Now we've seen him hold his own and hold back against Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And on top of that, he didn't slow down Blue Evolution Vegeta and Blue Goku in the Tournament of Power when they were fighting against Jiren. He was also able to buy time fighting against Jiren and hold his own against him for a while and negate one of his strongest attacks that were going to eliminate all 3 of them. Because apparently if you spend all your time protecting animals on an island and you're an android, you can easily achieve the level of the gods.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Android 17 is very smart in his way that he analyzes situations in certain fighters. He's always able to keep his composure and always look for some type of strategy, even against his strongest opponents like Jiren and God of Destruction T.O.P. And we can't forget about his unlimited energy supply since he's an android. Most of the fighters with the craziest abilities could not have been defeated if 17 wasn't there. This man clutched the win for the last tournament, so hey, he might be the MVP for this one, who knows? It's pretty ironic that Dr. Darrell created Android 17 to destroy all of humanity and Goku, and then he ended up saving all the universes. That's crazy how life works. With that being said, the mightiest android alive, Android 17, takes the number 7 spot on the roster for Universe 7's team. We can't forget Android 17's sister, the wife of the luckiest motherfucker in the show, Android 18. The true MVP of the Tournament of Power because she eliminated this woman right here. I ain't even gonna say her name, bro. It just occurred to me, bro. If we're gonna have another Tournament of Power, that means we gotta see her again, bro. Oh my gosh. Anyway, even though Android 18 may not be the strongest person on Universe 7, I believe she has a very valuable role in this next tournament. And she can't be underestimated since she's an android with unlimited power just like her brother. We can't forget about how well those two synchronize together too. But the main reason she has a valuable role is because in the last tournament they did mention that Android 17 and 18 could fuse into Android 35. The Xenos loved it in the last tournament, so you already know that fusion is going to be allowed in this tournament. With the warriors from other universes being stronger than ever now, and potentially the other 4 universes participating, I think this fusion might be necessary to even compete with some of the strongest fighters across the multiverse. That alone automatically earns Android 18 the number 8 spot on the roster for Universe 7's team. Now this brings us into our next fighter on Universe 7, who was originally the terror of the universe, a man that Lord Frieza's dad told him to stay away from along with Beerus, and that is going to be the infamous Majin Buu. Now this version of Buu may not be as strong as the other forms, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have potential. Before the first Tournament of Power, he was training and actually got a lot skinnier and was actually able to defeat Goku in a sparring match and ring him out, meaning he can get a whole lot stronger than that if he does keep training. On top of that, his power's built off magic and he has a bunch of crazy abilities like turning people into candy, and we can't forget about this man's ability to regenerate, making him pretty hard to deal with in any type of tournament, which is why I think they always made him go to sleep and piss off fans before every tournament. But we did get a showcase of how strong Buu can really be, because since this is a time skip, Majin Buu is probably a whole lot stronger now, and we've seen how strong he actually got when he fought against Moro in the Moro arc, a villain that Goku and Vegeta struggled to defeat. Majin Buu was putting them hands on this man, bro, mainly because he's built off magic and Moro has magic abilities and it didn't work on him. If there's any magic users in the tournament, hey, that's another plus for Majin Buu to be there. Hey, there's a reason why this man's name is feared throughout the universe. With that being said, Majin Buu takes the number 8 spot for Universe 7's roster. Now the next character on this list is someone that I mentioned earlier and is arguably one of the most racist characters in anime, and that is going to be the Emperor of the Universe, Lord Frieza. Now I know what you guys could be thinking, Frieza could already be defeated by this time, but even so, they could still bring him back for 24 hours like they did in the last tournament. Now in terms of power, we all know that Frieza has his golden form, which is on par with Super Saiyan Blue, and let's be honest, it's not really much of a milestone anymore. But even though Frieza was getting bodied in the tournament by Jiren and T.O.P, we saw how observant Frieza was when analyzing Goku and Vegeta's power. Frieza is more than aware of how strong these fighters are and knows he needs to get to a new level if he has any hopes of killing Goku one day. Since he got resurrected for what, the 3rd time, I'm sure he's taken time to rebuild his empire and train to get even stronger to face off against the Saiyans. We saw how he easily surpassed Super Saiyan Blue in just a couple of months of training. He's definitely gained more control over the form, being able to handle lower levels of God of Destruction energy, and this was just through training in hell. So Frieza's high increase in power in such a short amount of time makes him very scary and formidable, and this is is why Vegeta even says, hey, I'm training because Frieza is still out there. He knows how strong Frieza can get in such a short amount of time. So imagine if he trained for a longer period of time, like maybe 6 months or a year or 2, who knows? We might be able to see a form like Platinum Frieza or something like that. Alright, I doubt that. Then again, with Kira Toriyama, you just don't even know, bro. And after all the L's that Frieza took from all the Saiyans, bro, I'm pretty sure he's gone back to training for sure and is going to be way stronger the next time we see him. Frieza did help defeat Jiren in the last tournament, but only because he had other motives. You know, I don't know. Frieza is a snake, bro. He be plotting. He might even have a plan to overthrow the gods. Who knows, bro? But we do know we need his power, earning Frieza the number 9 spot for Universe 7's roster. Now, the last fighter on our list is also one of the strongest fighters in the entire universe. So it's not Monanka, even though he was a problem, you know what I'm saying? But it is none other than the strongest Cerealian in all of Universe 7, and that is Granola. Now, I know what you're saying. Granola used the Dragon Balls to wish to be the strongest in the universe at the cost of his own lifespan, with leaving him with 3 years to live. So, since this is a huge time skip, he may or may not be around still, but I think at the end of this arc that's still ongoing, they might use the Dragon Balls to reverse the effects of his lifespan being shortened, and he might be a relevant character in the series later on. And the reason I say that is because his relationship with the Saiyans has definitely changed from the beginning arc to right now in the arc, because, you know, Goku's father having saved his life, and he's having a whole different outlook on the Saiyans and who they are now. So I think at the end of this arc, Granola is actually going to be on good terms with the Saiyans, if not friends. Now, in terms of power, we know that Granola had wished to become the strongest in the universe. And because of that wish, he was able to overcome Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego, fighting them back to back. He even held his own against Gas, who actually used the Dragon Balls after him to become the strongest, and was able to get the best of him, but this was before Gas fully unlocked his power after the wish. He's a genius when it comes to fighting and knows how to get the better of people who are stronger than him. Just like Usopp, he's an incredible marksman due to the abilities that his eye has, allowing him to snipe people from further away. And this isn't the first time that we've seen sniping in the Tournament of Power. And with someone as strong as Granola on our side to do that, hey, he's a threat to anybody in the tournament, honestly. He knows how to clone himself, having one of his hold his own against Ultra Instinct Goku. Even though Granola is the second strongest in the universe and at this point in time in the manga, he is still a problem. And my prediction is that in this next time skip, he's going to be stronger than ever, and he's going to be a huge asset to Universe 7. By the end of this arc, I'm assuming that Granola and Goku and Vegeta are going to be on good terms or friends, and he'll be a lot more agreeable to join them in this tournament. Although I do not know how he's going to react when he sees Frieza on the team. That's all I gotta say. But with that being said, Granola takes our final and 10th slot on Universe 7's team. Now it looks like our team is all together, and I must say, Universe 7 is looking pretty formidable, maybe even unstoppable. But like I said earlier in the video, we cannot forget about the other universes, and the ones that I really want to mention are the 4 universes that we didn't get to see in the last Tournament of Power. Now we get to see those gods in action, but one god that I really want to talk about is Jin, the god who said the results are obvious when all 4 gods were offered to do a sparring match together. Now throughout the tournament, the gods were a little shocked, you know, especially Jin. He was sweating a little bit when he saw Jiren and Goku's power, but to be exempt from the last Tournament of Power with a high universe rating, that must mean they have to have super strong warriors with power that we can't even fathom in the other universes, especially during this time skip. Since this is another Tournament of Power, the stakes could be even higher, so they have to bring out their best. And in every arc, Goku has a wall that he always has to climb and surpass, so one of those walls could be from one of these 4 universes that we didn't get to see from the last tournament. It could be the next Jiren, and speaking of Jiren, he's gonna be even stronger for sure, along with Tabo and Dispo, all these other fighters. He's probably improving all his techniques, you know, learning from his loss against Jiren. Frosty and Golden Frieza, he might achieve that form. The Saiyans are gonna go Super Saiyan 3. There's so many different possibilities and so many rematches that we have yet to see, that we want to see, honestly. I'm ready to see Granola versus Jiren, Ultra Ego, Vegeta versus Jiren. You know, I just want to see people beat up Jiren. That's all I want, bro, honestly. Main rematch I'm looking for is Vegeta versus Hit. I definitely want to see that rematch. They teased us in the last tournament, and it never happened. I'm hoping to see it this time around. There's so many strong fighters in this tournament. It's going to be crazy, but who knows? It may not even be a battle royale. They could go the traditional route like the World Martial Arts Tournament, where it's just 1v1s. That would be very interesting to see too. Honestly, I'm just ready to see some epic fights, and I hope you guys are too. But that's going to sum it up for today's video. What do you guys think of my roster? Do you guys agree with it? Do you guys think there should be some substitutions? What matchups do you guys want to see in the next Tournament of Power? I'm curious to see in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. I know this was a bit of a long one, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I love you guys. Make sure you guys are staying powerful, passionate, and positive on your purpose, guys, and I will see you guys in the next Tournament of Power. Peace.